Hi YouTube, video game guys and girls. I'm going to show you my video game collection that I have for PC. These are not games like World of Warcraft, Diablo, it's not Battlefield, it's not Call of Duty, it's not even Assassin's Creed, it's none of those hardcore shoot 'em type games. None of them are the massive, what do you call it, graphics. That's not what these are. These are just your simple, casual games that you can play, your families can play. Let's get started. And please disregard these stains. I had a mini fridge sitting on this at my mom's house that I bought brand new 4 years ago, and throughout those 4 years of having the fridge on it, multiple things have been spilled on it. So if you see these stains here, just ignore them. I didn't bother cleaning them because I'm not keeping the table up for very long. Start off with the first game. Yeah, I better do it that way. Alexandria. This game is weird. Really is weird, because on this one, when you put this in your CD-ROM, it will ask you to turn off your antivirus software before you install it. Why? I don't know. But if you have a PC at home that you're not using for the internet, but you want to turn it into a gaming computer, this is all you got to do. Install the game. Don't put any antivirus software on there. Don't hook your computer up to the internet. As long as you don't do those two things, well, then this will be fine. It works for Windows 7 and Windows 10, but I personally wouldn't. I don't install it. Next up, I have the Quest Trio. iWin Games. Now, this one is exactly like Alexandria. On my laptop that I have connected to the internet, I have a antivirus software called WebRoot. When I put this game and I install it on the computer, it'll install just fine. My laptop has Windows 10, and it'll work for Windows 7. But because I have WebRoot, when I install this game, everything works out great. But when you double click to play it, the WebRoot page pops up saying that this particular game, or this particular game, or that particular game has malware on it. So you can't play those games. The only way that you can play the games is by turning off your internet and removing your antivirus software to play that. It does work on Windows 7. It does work on Windows 10, but those two right there with WebRoot, Alright, next up, I have Star Wars 2, Angry Birds Star Wars 2. Now, there's a problem with this game. It'll install just fine. It'll play just fine. The only problem is you have to have Windows 7. You can't play this on Windows 10. You can't play this on Windows 8. I'm sure you can't even play it on Windows Vista. You can only play on Windows 7. See, it says minimum requirements is Windows XP, SP2, Vista, and 7. So, I got Windows 10, so I can't play this. But it does work. Let's see about this one. Alright. Next one is Angry Birds Star Wars. It's a fun game if you have Windows 7. You can install it on Windows 10, but you can't play it. Windows 8? Nope. 8.1? Nope. Alright, now this one here is a Steam activated game. When you install this, it says you need to have a Steam account, which is free, but you need a Steam account in order to play this game. This one does work on Windows 7 and Windows 10. And please, I apologize for the shaky of the camera. I've got tendonitis in my left hand, and I think I'm getting it in my right hand, so I'll try to keep this as best as I can, nice and steady. This one will play on Windows 7, and it'll play on Windows 10, but you need a active internet connection, and you need a Steam account. But Windows 7, Windows 10, that'll work on. And the same thing goes with this. Steam account will work on Windows 7 and Windows 10. I do not know about Windows 8. And the same goes for... I don't know if that... Okay. The same will go for this one. Lego Batman, the video game. Works on Windows 7, Windows 10, but you need a Steam account. And you have to have... With the Steam account, you have to be connected to the internet. And you have to be signed on to your Steam account in order to play this. Works on Windows 7 and Windows 10. The next one, exactly the same as the others. Alright, it's not going to work that way. Monsters vs. Aliens. It does work on Windows 7, Windows 10, but you need a Steam account, just like the Batman one up there. You have to be connected to Steam and connected to the internet to play it. And this one, does work on Windows 7 and Windows 10. Anybody that's ever played Peggle knows that it's just a nice, fun game. Does work Windows 7, Windows 10. Next up, I have the Ultimate Slingo 7-pack. Dumb thing would stay up. It does work on Windows 7, Windows 10. I don't know about Windows 8 or 8.1. Just a fun game. Next up, I've got the ones that I do not play on here is Luxor, Samantha Smith, and Chains 2, and of course the other Luxon Mahjong, or Luxor Mahjong. And I don't play the farm game down here either. But it does work for Windows 7 and Windows 10. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty here, guys. I know it's a long video, I do apologize. Peggle. Windows 7, Windows 10. That's what it'll play on. Classic game. Deluxe Slingo. It works on Windows 7 and Windows 10. This one I got from my niece. She doesn't play it, but I'm not getting rid of it because there's nothing wrong with it. It plays on Windows 7 and Windows 10, despite what it says down there about Vista, XP, and 7. It does play on Windows 10. I don't know about Windows 8. Another one that I got here is Big City Adventure, Sydney, Australia. This one does work. It does work on the Windows 7 and Windows 10. And the price, $8. That is what I paid for it at the store. At the consignment thrift store, where I do most of my, I guess you call it, computer games, music, CDs, and movies. That's where I go to there. This one I bought online on Amazon.com, but this is a used game. It does work. It works for Windows 7 and Windows 10, so there's no issue with that. I'm going to save you the best for last. Bejeweled 2 and Peggle. It works for Windows 7 and Windows 10. Nothing wrong with those games. They all work beautiful. And the next three here do not work. I went to bigfishgames.com. I ordered the game. They sent me a digital backup copy. Doesn't work. But that's okay, because I had the full version game anyway. Back when I was in high school, I had a girlfriend. Yes, shocking as it might seem. Did have a girlfriend, and she burnt me a copy of Yahtzee. It'll play on Windows 7, but I haven't gotten it to work on Windows 10. A game here that everyone is probably familiar with. Bejeweled 3. Works on Windows 7 and Windows 10. A game that if you... Okay. To wrap this up, let's just say I got 2 games left, okay? This one, if you were born in 1980 or in the very, very, very late 70s, then you know that in the early 90s they had a computer game system, a computer system for, I think it's called Hewlett-Packard or Packard-Bell. And it usually came with Windows 95 and then Windows 98 and then Windows ME. This one in particular will not work on Windows. Let me check just to make sure. It says Windows XP ME 2098, so it won't work for Windows 7, Windows 8, or Windows 10. But I saw this up at Goodwill and I thought, you know what? This game brings back memories, so that's why I got it. Finally, this one. The story goes is that this morning I went over there to my consignment thrift store where I do my shopping, and in the back I donated a large carrier, pet carrier, and I asked the guy if he had any computer systems back there, and he did. The compact computer is a piece of junk. Doesn't work. But I checked the DVD-ROM and the CD-ROM, and I found Chuzzle. And I already got that uploaded and ready to go on my laptop. So, free game. You go online to Amazon, this thing probably goes for $30-40 used. Brand new, maybe $50-60. So hey, I got me a free game. So I'm going to be looking at my YouTube channel, the one that I have the computer games and things on, and anything that is not computer game related, I'm deleting. So this here video will be on there, but the rest of it that I have on there that's not computers, bye-bye. So if you like the video, please by all means give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment if you want. But that's my game collection so far, guys. Alright, you guys keep it real. Talk at you later.